only station to bring you the recordings of accused cop killer Markeith Loyd's police interrogation.
When the officers confront you at the house on Lescott, what'd you do?
All right, man. Well, all right. Bye.
You bitched out. So you get confronted by a female at the front door with your unborn child in her. What do? You light her up.
So it's not about getting respect or not getting respect, because you ain't saying shit.
You've been treated right your whole life. You've had people treat you right your whole life, and what do? You put bullets in them. Because you're a punk.
Yeah, it's raining. What? Take me home. This man's still trying to speed. It's raining outside, y'all. It's still trying to speed. Look.
Take me home.
For real, you not about to kill me and the baby. This man, he has to be stopped.
See, they just stopped.
No, but no, you need a greater force than that. I'm not gonna live past 25. I'm not gonna make it. Not like this. I don't know what I was getting myself into. I don't know what I signed up for.
Markeith Loyd is one of those murderers who has a severe case of dissociative disorder, as you can see from the videos that I posted. Now, Markeith Loyd, born October 8th, 1975, down in Orlando, Florida. He hops on Facebook, social media. He meets this beautiful girl, Sade Dixon. And the two hit it right off. They're in the same area. They move in together. Sade gets pregnant and everybody's excited, right? Wrong. So the couple, I guess he was flirtatious and there was infidelity. He made claims that she was on drugs. I don't know, we know he was cheating. Either way, they get into a physical altercation. She moves out of their apartment and back into her family's home. This is where everything goes left. So she notices while she's staying at her parents' house, Mr. Loyd has been going out, flirting, strip clubs, doing the most, and he even posted a new girl on his Facebook page. So she confronts him via text like, oh, I'm about to go F off, I'm about to go do me. Basically what every girl does. Like, I'm gonna have fun, don't even say nothing. And I think he had placed so much emphasis on having the baby, and she uses that to her advantage. So she sends him a text message that says, ain't gonna be no baby. And I think she says this because she knows he really wanted the baby. Throughout the trial, he keeps saying how he wanted.
Went live when them girls was in the club and not motherfucking with me. So you need to slow the fuck down.
And she responds, bitch, I ain't stupid. Watch me work. I got every reason to fuck off tonight. Good night. And that was the last text you sent her before you went over there?
Yes.
And so what are you thinking at that point?
That she's upset, and now she will probably be more alone with her mother and her grandmother as getting an abortion.
He pulls up at her family's home. He says he went there to talk. She comes outside, an argument develops, and her brother at some point comes outside and I guess tried to assist in that argument. Mr. Loyd, who admitted he had 2 guns in his possession when he went over there that were already loaded.
Did you ever cock the gun?
No. In the hood, don't nobody walk around with no gun not loaded.
So the gun was loaded?
The gun was already loaded.
He pulls out one of those guns and he shoots Miss Dixon 8 times, slaying, murdering her and the unborn child. He also shoots her brother about 2 times, I believe. So once he leaves the scene of the crime, he then sends her this text.
You leave there.
Yes.
And at 9:24 p.m., you send a text to her.
Yes.
And what does this text say? I want you to read the text first,
yeah, and
then you can explain anything about that, okay?
Don't know if you're gonna make it. Hope you don't. I told you don't play with me, and you went and got a gun on me instead of talking to me. So you wanted it when all I ever wanted was to talk, and now we paying the price.
The police issue a nationwide search. They put his face all on the news and basically all in the papers. Everybody knows there is a search for Mr. Markeith Loyd. he is later spotted in a Walmart. So one of the people notices him inside of this Walmart. She tells an officer, female officer that's there at the Walmart, like, hey, this is Markeith Loyd. You guys have been looking for him. Here he is. So the officer, she radios for backup, and as soon as Markeith comes out of the store, out of the Walmart, she's like, yo, put your hands up, freeze. Now, at this point, would she have had a gun? Yes, because he is a murder suspect on the run. So she would have drew her gun, put your hands up, freeze. At this point, Mr. Loyd pulls out a weapon and proceeds to fire at the officer. That officer was Miss Debra Clayton, and although she was there just to get her Walmart groceries and products, she ends up in a gunfight with Mr. Loyd while waiting on backup, and he ends up shooting her. She's transported to the hospital, but she would succumb to her injuries and pass away. So they locate him, they're tipped off, they find out where he is. They go to that location. At some point, there's a tussle where they're kicking him, they're doing the most, which was saw on camera, and they damage his eye. They arrest him, put him in cuffs, and he's interrogated. And throughout that interrogation, they get nothing. They're trying all of the tactics they can, and they really get nothing. They tried the two cases separately, and after 5 hours of deliberation, the jury finds Mr. Markeith Loyd guilty of the murder of Miss Dixon and of the murder of the unborn baby. Now, a lot of people were trying to say, oh, it isn't a viable baby just yet because she was like 12 to 14 weeks. So they were trying to argue that it's not an actual being at this point, but the jury didn't care. They threw the book at him. And even though they were seeking, the prosecution was seeking a death penalty in that case, testimony from his mother and everybody else, they gave him life in prison. So police, again, not happy, but they had the same jurors, the same 12 that convicted him of Mrs. Dixon's murder. They had those same jurors be the jury for the Clayton officer case. And that jury was able to not only find Mr. Loyd guilty, but they handed down the penalty of death. Right now, he is on death row and he's fighting it, but he's all on social media. He's telling people how to contact him. He has no remorse. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. My name is Daisha Shakila. I'm out.